Welcome, Zabrina Metherol.
I know, you're wondering how the offspring of Snow White and Dopey ended up to be such a crippled mess. Pardon my raspy voice, I've had to spend most of my days working in the mines. Actually though, I've spent most of my time living in America. Well, not living in America, being in America. My parents are obsessed with the States, so I spent every holiday, every summer vacation. They even shipped me off to live with my aunt in New York for a while. Personally, though, now, I don't find that I have much use for the USA. I find USB to be so much better. That shit connects everything. So my mother, she's 72 years old, and recently she had her hip and her knee replaced. Yesterday, when I was talking on the phone with her, she told me that she hates Donald Trump. Apparently, she saw him on the news running up the stairs of Air Force One without holding onto the handrail. So she thought, damn, this man. We're the same age, I hate you. Seriously, Mom, of all the things that you could hate that man for, and you choose his agility? It helps to explain why I had to change the spelling from M-O-M to M-U-M in my phone. Because dialing 666 every time that I had to call her was way too confirming of what I already suspected. That my mother is the devil. So years ago, when I met my partner at a party, he managed to accidentally give me a concussion. So now we're still together because he feels guilty and I have brain damage. Talk about true love. Recently, he took me on a trip to Japan, which was an amazing experience, but also very confusing at times because I don't know much of the language other than arigato. So I would smile a lot and bow and mumble at mealtime. But for the most part, I relied on a stupidly expensive app that translates both audio and pictures. It was very useful for understanding how to operate the air conditioner and the many buttons on the futuristic toilet. But most amusingly, it allowed me to translate the happy messages that were printed on the sanitary napkin. Always smiling is nice. Take a deep breath and relax. Let's walk upwards. My vagina had never felt so confused yet so motivated at the same time. So, I love to read, and I love to find strange books. So recently, beside the recycling bin at my building, I discovered a discarded book titled Natural Church Development, 8 Qualities of Healthy Churches. A very important book, because heaven forbid you get a sick church. That would probably be almost impossible to cure. But that just leaves me curious about who the former owner of this book could be. Unfortunately, the AGM for my Strata Council is scheduled on a night that I am unable to attend. So I won't be able to figure out who my possible suspects are. Logically, it might be the one with the biggest hat. Perhaps they'll end up nominating themselves for building pope, but stratas are already fairly frightening by themselves without religion. They start out as people wanting to do good things for their buildings, but somehow end up morphing into tiny governments of busybodies who end up corrupted by power. One day, it won't be warring countries, but it will instead be neighboring buildings. Phases of a development. Tower against tower, battling it out by bylaw enforcement. But by then, hopefully I'll be gone. Back to Japan. So
Give it up for Zabrina.